Hello friends, this is Daniel. I'm back here today to solve another LeetCode challenge with you guys. I recorded this video yesterday, and then when I was editing it, I realized that I zoomed in a little too far, so you weren't able to see the all of the code. So I had to re-record it today. And then when I tried to re-record it again, my kitten started attacking me, so that ended up kind of silly, and I had to start over. So this is my third time making this video. Before we get started, if you like this type of content, please subscribe to my channel, and if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. So without further ado, the problem we're looking at today is first unique character in a string. Um, Given a string, find the first non-repeating character in it and return its index. If it doesn't exist, return -1. So the example shows us that the string provided is LeetCode. And when we look at all the characters in the string, we would return 0 because L is the very first value that we only see appear once. So the examples are pretty straightforward, and I think we can go ahead and get started. So when I look at this problem, one of the first things that I want to do is break this string up into a set of characters so that I can look at each one individually. So what I'm going to do is break it up into a char array. So let's go ahead and create a char array here, and I'm going to call it schars because the string is called s and it makes sense. And I'm going to set it to s dot to char array. Cool. So now what I want to think about is how am I going to keep track of each value in this char array and know how many times it appears? So, because I want to find the one that only shows up once, and I want to find the first one that shows up once. So we can do that by starting us off with a hash map. So I'm going to create a hash map here, and we'll call it reference map, and we'll do new hash map. Cool. So now let's go ahead and iterate through all of our characters. So we'll do for int I equals 0, I is less than schars dot length I plus plus. And now I'm going to put all of these values in our chars array into our reference map. So we'll do reference map dot put, and I'm going to put in the value that we're currently at, and then I'm going to probably do get or default. So let's go ahead and do get or default, and I'm going to pass in our value as the key. So let's do schars I, and then I'm going to do 0 here, and I'm going to increment by 1. 0 is going to be our default value. All right, so let's now that we have all the values in the map, we're going to be able to iterate through through the characters again, the schars array, and then find the value in the reference map that only appears once. So we can do it like this. We'll do for int I equals 0, I is less than schars dot length I plus plus, and then I'm going to set a condition that says if reference map dot get, and I'm going to do the value schars I equals 1, and then I'm going to return that index. So let's go ahead and do return I. Otherwise, like the problem said, if we can't find a value that shows up only once, we can't find the value that shows up once first, we are just going to go ahead and return -1. Awesome. So that's all this problem is. Let's go ahead and run it and see what happens. Oh, look at that. The problem here is I forgot to add our parentheses. Let's run that again. There we go. Output 0, expected 0. L is the very first unique character. So let's run it against more LeetCode test cases by hitting submit. Awesome. So we have a successful output. All right, and that's all this problem is. Very straightforward. If this helped you guys out, please like the video, and if you want to see more content like this, subscribe to my channel. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you in the next